All right, today we're diving into Venezuela, a country where reality is honestly way stranger than fiction. I mean, imagine a place where your money literally weighs more than the food it's supposed to buy, where a silent lightning storm rages almost every single night, and where a dream of a futuristic shopping mall twisted into a symbol of pure terror. So let's get right into the truly shocking contrasts of this nation. Just take a second and look at this number, 1.7 million percent. That was the hyperinflation rate in Venezuela back in 2018. It's a number so big it's almost meaningless, right? But for the people living there, it meant everything. It meant a whole lifetime of savings could be completely wiped out overnight. So it really begs the question, what actually happens when a country's money just dies? It's not just about things getting expensive. It's about absurdity. You enter this bizarre upside-down world where the basic rules of value just don't apply anymore. And this is where that absurdity gets incredibly real. We're about to see how both old-school cash and even some futuristic financial dreams just completely fell apart. Okay, get this. This is how you know an economy has totally broken down. The currency, the bolivar, became so worthless that people were literally using the banknotes as craft paper to weave handbags because the paper itself was more valuable than the number printed on it. And if you wanted to buy a 1-kilo bag of onions, the stack of cash you needed to pay for it weighed more than the onions. It's an economic crisis you can physically feel the weight of. So, with the regular currency totally useless, what was the government's big idea? Well, President Maduro looked to the future and launched something called the petro. It was pitched as this genius move, a state-backed cryptocurrency backed by Venezuela's huge oil reserves that could get around U.S. sanctions. It was supposed to be the digital savior of the economy. But that was the dream. The reality? It was a complete and total bust. Dead on arrival. The U.S. Treasury just flat out called it a scam. You couldn't trade it on any real crypto exchange, and regular people couldn't use it for anything. Its value was basically just a made-up number the government posted each day. So this whole high-tech solution, just another illusion. Now, these strange contrasts don't just stop with the economy, they're literally etched into the landscape itself. We're moving on to Venezuela's bizarre natural wonders, because even here, the most stunning beauty has some incredibly weird human stories attached to it. I mean, just look at this. This is Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall on the entire planet. It's this majestic curtain of water plunging over 3,000 feet from one of those mysterious flat-topped mountains. It's absolutely awe-inspiring. But the story of how it got its name, well, it's anything but majestic. So the falls are named after an American pilot, a guy named Jimmy Angel. In 1937, he actually crash-landed his plane right on top of that mountain. Now, he wasn't there to admire the view. He was chasing a myth, a river of gold. His plane was stuck up there on that remote peak for 33 years. And in the end, he never found any gold, but now one of the greatest natural wonders of the world is named after his failed get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, so from a mythical river of gold, we go to a very real river of lightning. Over in western Venezuela, there's a phenomenon so powerful and so strange that it has this epic nickname, the everlasting storm. And the numbers are just staggering. For up to 300 nights a year, lightning just flashes constantly. We're talking up to 28 times a minute. But here is the most bizarre part. It's silent. The thunder is too far away to hear. For centuries, this thing acted as a natural lighthouse for sailors. It even stopped naval invasions by lighting up enemy ships in the dark. All right, let's move to our next section. And this one is maybe the most potent example of promise versus reality. We're talking about utopias turned nightmares. These grand dreams for society that didn't just fail, they basically rotted from the inside out. Take baseball, for instance. For decades, Venezuela was a powerhouse, a dream factory, pumping out some of Major League Baseball's biggest stars. It was a massive source of national pride. But as the country fell apart, the dream just shattered. The MLB cut its ties, the stadiums fell into disrepair, and that pipeline that was once a path out of poverty, it just became a desperate escape route. And then there is this place, El Helicoide. Back in the 1950s, this was the vision of the future. A massive, spiraling, drive-through shopping mall. I mean, it was meant to be this incredible symbol of innovation, wealth, and modern Venezuela. A consumer utopia built in concrete and steel. Today, that utopian dream is an icon of terror. The mall was never finished. Instead, it became the headquarters for SEBIN, the state's feared intelligence police. Those beautiful spiraling ramps meant for shoppers now lead to secret detention cells and torture chambers. A building designed for commerce and fun became a monument to state oppression. So after all of that decay and darkness, you have to ask, does anything positive actually endure? And that question brings us to our final contrast, a powerful cultural ritual of pure resilience that just keeps going year after year against all odds. This is the ritual of the dancing devils. It's a vibrant mix of African, indigenous, and Catholic traditions. Men put on these incredible, elaborate devil masks, and they dance through the streets in a symbolic battle. And here's the key. It always ends with the devils submitting to the church. It's this powerful performance where, no matter what else is happening in the country, good is always shown to triumph over evil.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. In a nation defined by such shocking extremes, between wealth and worthlessness, between stunning natural beauty and human greed, between utopian dreams and dystopian realities, what is it that actually lasts? Is it the symbols of collapse, or is it the spirit of resilience that keeps on dancing in the streets?